It caused nearly $30 million in damage, burned 2,000 acres, and destroyed 36 homes. Today, the teenager who deliberately started last year's Cocos Fire in the North County was found guilty.
We brought you the judge's decision as breaking news at midday. 10 News reporter Vanessa Van Hefty is joining us now. And Vanessa, 10 months after the fire, the victims are still feeling the effects.
Kimberly, a very emotional day for a lot of those families, and you can see this blackened landscape here is a constant reminder of that devastating day. One man says a year later, almost a year later, he is still struggling.
Yeah, I built it all from the ground up.
This was Dave Roberts' dream home.
It was our paradise.
This is what it looked like at the peak of the Cocos Fire. His was one of 35 homes destroyed by a teenage girl playing with a lighter.
A 13-year-old kid, it's hard for me to understand. You know, it's just what happened. It's just hard to understand.
A judge ruled the now 14-year-old maliciously started the fire, laughing when she confessed, saying she knew it was wrong but wanted to see what would happen. An ember from her backyard traveled nearly a half mile, scorching 2,000 acres and everything in its path.
I'm going to pray for her and her family. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray for her and her family, because it doesn't do me any good to do anything but that. But ultimately, the Lord has us in his hands, and I'm going to pray for that he has her and her family in his hands also.
Water from Robert's pool was used to battle the flames. A pool contractor by trade, he built this himself, but his equipment and business were uninsured. His livelihood of 30 years up in smoke, his future unsure.
I don't really know yet. It's a process. It's a whole process that I'm not used to. I'm used to getting up and going to work every day and making a living, but I can't do that anymore. So that's over for now.
Robert says this is a daily reminder of what happened here. He will rebuild his home, but will never forget what was taken.
The pain is never going to go away, really. You know, there's always going to be some memory of this for the rest of our lives.
And the teenager will be sentenced in April. She's looking at up to 14 years behind bars. Now, early on, she was offered a plea deal, but her attorney turned it down. Reporting live, Vanessa Van Hefty, 10 News.
So many lives changed. 10 News viewers first learned about today's verdict from our free mobile app. To download it, just go to the App Store and search 10 News.